Hello, hello. Has been a while. We're gonna play some Crysis. I've never played it before, but looking forward to it. Oh my gosh, did it undo my settings? It did. Ugh. Oh my goodness. Oh. Not everything. Okay. Let's get started. We're gonna go through the tutorial and gonna run through the tutorial. Actually, let's turn the music on. Let's put it on 25. Should be good. We're gonna run through the tutorial, and then a little after the tutorial, we'll hop into a party chat with Roby and discuss what needs discussed. Oh, I could have selected it from here. Cool. Alright, we're gonna do hard. Yeah, I know. I said I'd do Ghost of Tsushima and Batman, and then I ended up going just to Ghost of Tsushima, but I'm not in a ghost mood today. I just want to play something as my coming back from being sick. I'm still a little nasally. So I'm fighting North Koreans. Philippines. This happened 4 years ago, folks. This is a part of history. So pay attention. Get your papers and pens out. We're about to write an essay.
Getting some radar interference. Looks like an electrical storm brewing.
That's a negative, Sky Chief. Nothing on our side. Skies are clear. Over.
Roger, Command. Must be a malfunction. ETA to drop zone 3 minutes.
Hey, Nomad, you still with us?
Okay, listen up, gentlemen. Intel reports a significant
Back when the
military
protagonist had
presence
no
on the
voice.
island. We have the element of surprise, so let's use it. The North Koreans can't know we're here.
They won't even know what hit them.
Can it, Psycho? Pay attention. This is a covert operation.
Psycho.
Our job is to locate
Probably shouldn't
and
have him
evacuate. We're not
on the
board.
field.
Not yet. Well,
Prophet, do we even know if these people are still alive?
That's what we're here to find out. We lost contact with Dr. Rosenthal a week ago when the Korean military
Fun
locked
fact,
down
this
the
is
island.
now the military
2 days
uniform.
ago, we picked up a distress signal from the team's research vessel. Someone down there.
Don't
wants
believe
to
me,
be
fact
found.
check me.
Raptor team, we're beginning approach. Stand by for green.
All right, gear up. Masks on. Once we clear the plane, form up on me. Shoots on my mark.
Green in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Go, go, go! guys at the LZ.
So, JSOC's got us chasing archaeologists now? Yeah, this'll be a cakewalk.
I've heard of this guy.
Does this make you guys
He
sick?
must have found something big to buy all of this heat.
Making you guys sick?
$50 says this Rosenthal ain't the real reason
Making you
we're
sick?
here.
Lock it up, team. Stay focused. We got limited intel going in. Upcom's being moved to the USS Constitution. Until they're 5x5, we're on our own. Shoots on my command. Go!
What the hell? You see that? Merman's here. He
Can you not
lost
see
his
how
suit.
high
My
up we
suit's
were?
gone. My damn shoot is gone. I've got no main, no reserve.
Keep it together, kid. You're over water. Your suit should absorb the impact. Nomad, what's your status?
I'm okay. But my HUD scrambled. What the hell was that?
I don't know, but you missed the LZ. Make your way to the beach.
On my way.
Did anyone hit the LZ?
You guys are all over the place. Check in.
Psycho here. Down and on the move. Just us down. Proceed to LZ.
Aztec, I have negative visual feed from your unit. Report. Aztec, report. Damn it!
Prophet, I made it to the beach.
You hit the water pretty hard. Some of your suit functions are offline. Let me run a quick diagnostic.
Okay, so that's prone.
Your video feed is breaking up. I'm gonna try to recalibrate.
Oh, I got
All right. Your suit checks out. You're back online.
armor mode.
Still no word from Aztec. Nomad, rendezvous with Jester and head to Aztec's location. Check your objectives display.
That's pretty dope. View objective. I like that. Oh, and I can maintain. Okay. Maintain in game. It's a live GPS right there. Oh, so I can't just click the left thumbstick. I gotta keep it held down. Can I slide? No. What's the strength throw? Okay. Well, that didn't do anything.
Make sure your silencer's attached.
Ooh. Oh, that's dope. Let's turn the flashlight off. Ironside's reflex. What's tactical? Switch to sleep bullets. Oh, it's infinite?
Careful, Nomad. Enemy contact up ahead.
Under fire! Take him out!
I thought I was... Okay, let's redo that. Because I thought I had my sleep darts on.
Careful, Nomad. Enemy contact up ahead.
Oh, there's a cooldown for it. Can I search him? No. Okay. Makes sense. That was sloppy. Well. He's gonna need a sleep number mattress. So he's a fight like a man. I'm right here, fam. Oh, I forgot about my cloak. I don't see him.
Engaged.
I thought I could sneak up on him. I guess the cloak isn't cloaking. I'm almost dead. Oh, it heals me. Okay. What's this? Nah.
Prophet, this is Aztec. You copy?
I read you. Give a sit rep.
Something took a swipe at me on the way down. I'm caught up in the trees.
Okay, Aztec. Hang tight. Help's on the way.
It's me. I'm help.
No, man. Up here. Right behind.
Oh.
Come on.
I gotta get used to that.
Prophet, I'm not alone out here.
What have you got, Aztec?
KPA, four-man patrol.
Have you been compromised?
Negative, but they're close. Wait, something's...
That does not sound healthy.
Aztec, talk to me.
Madre Santísima!
Aztec, sound off now.
No te veré mal! No te veré mal! No te veré mal! Prophet, help me!
Where are you going?
No man, Jester, get to him now. Go, go.
Okay.
No more. Better stick to armor mode. Never know when you'll need it.
Engaged. Maximum armor.
Well, the cooldown for that takes too long. Don't tell me to activate something if it starts depleting my energy right away.
Jesus. What the hell happened here? You hear that?
I feel like this is a setup. Jester's gonna take a bullet to the head. Turn your flashlight off.
Shit, son of a bitch!
Chester, report in. What's Aztec status?
Is this Predator?
Dead, boss.
Damn it! What the hell is going on out there?
I don't know, but I don't think we're alone out here.
What have you got? KPA?
Negative, sir. We got 4
Stop
dead
speaking
Koreans,
such
but there's
at a
no way
casual
Aztec
voice.
killed them. Something else took these guys out. Tore their bodies up bad.
All right, pay your respects and move on. Rendezvous at the landing zone.
What about Aztecs, sir? We just gonna leave them hanging here?
Negative. I'm gonna vaporize. We can't allow the Koreans to get their hands on that suit. Stand back.
Damn it. Never get used to that. Adios, amigo.
Okay.
Chester, take care of his equipment and cover our tracks. Nomad, move out to the LZ.
Got it, boss.
I'm
I
on.
thought it was No Man Left Behind type thing.
Hold on.
I guess it's not the case in 2020.
KPA patrol. Deal with them. Nice and quiet.
What the hell was that?
나 누구래?
Stealth is not my strong suit. Y'all should know this.
Nomad, I just lost our comsat to JSOC. Our whole tactical display's down. The KPA must be using a GPS.
Alright, I need to figure out how to change that, because that is going to get annoying quick. I can't change it? Oh my gosh. Holding down the...
Jamming to your location. Find it and take it out.
Holding down the stick to sprint is annoying.
We spotted KPA patrols down on the beach. Use your binocs to tag them before you run in blind.
I see a large transmitting array. That must be the jamming station.
There's the real enemy. Get a different angle.
Engaged.
What?
Engaged.
It's close. I saw something.
Shit, they've called in reinforcements. Enemy units headed your way.
Okay. It don't matter.
Maximum armor.
Where's those reinforcements?
Maximum armor.
job. Tac system back online. Proceed to the LZ.
First, I want to find. There we go. Okay. What was that? Take pistol? I already got a pistol.
The LZ is overrun. Psycho and I are moving to the signal location. Nomad, there's a checkpoint blocking the path up the valley, so deal with that first. Transmitting the coordinates now.
Engaged.
How do they see me so fast?
Engaged.
Oh, because I got it on hard. Just smart AI. Very smart. Very smart, very sneaky. Let me take that. Oh, crap. No? Excuse me. Okay. Okay. Whatever.
Energy critical.
Oh, running is taking energy too. Man, I need some upgrades. Use binoculars. Why did I just get quiet?
You see that?
Nomad, find cover!
Oh my
Your
gosh.
suit's taking damage! You're taking fire! Switch to armor mode!
Okay. What is this, a deagle? That was smooth.
Listen
That
up.
was
We've tracked the
smooth
distress
reload.
signal to a valley 3 clicks due east. Psycho and I are inbound. Get to the rendezvous, but be advised. Enemy forces are dug in deep.
Copy, Prophet.
Can I take this? have my license. Okay. I need your suit. Fuck my suit. That's what I thought. Alright. Excuse me. Pardon me.
Nomad, I'm reading a lot of enemy activity close to your position. Keep a low profile. If they spot you, they'll call in reinforcements.
Engaged. Maximum armor. Engaged.
I'll find you.
I need that regen to be faster.
Maximum armor. Engaged.
Yankee coward!
These men are nuts.
Engaged.
I keep forgetting that. I should probably put the silencer on.
Engaged.
Not the flare. You guys don't need backup. I've already died twice. I should have got to this vantage point. Man, the jumping in this game is trash.
Engaged.
Moving out.
Hostile KPA headed your way.
Engaged. Engaged.
That's gonna get annoying fast.
Switch to armor mode and find cover.
Gosh darn it.
Nomad, I'm reading a lot of enemy activity close to your position. Keep a low profile.
Alright, let's try that again.
Nomad, I'm reading a lot of enemy activity close to your position. Keep a low profile. If they spot you, they'll call in reinforcements.
How'd I do that last time?
Nomad, I'm reading a lot of enemy activity close to your position. Keep a low profile. If they spot you, they'll call in reinforcements.
Engaged.
Ooh. A little burst action. How many bullets can that dude take? Jeez. I learned my lesson from dual wielding. We're just gonna drive right through. I got a mission to get to.
Nomad, JSOC indicates that the KPA have a command post on the Eastern Peninsula. I need you to infiltrate and check for intel on enemy emplacements. I'm uploading the coordinates now.
Roger that.
We're short on time, Nomad, so make use of your speed mode.
Okay, can we
We ran
stop?
into a KPA checkpoint up here. You're gonna need some firepower to get past it. Stock up on grenades if you can find them.
I definitely need some grenades. Y'all just seeing through rocks now. What is going on? Well, buildings can be destroyed. That is good to know. Right here. Ain't you paying attention? Where's the grenades? Oh, the command post? Okay, so I need to go to the green. But I can go to this yellow.
Over there. Grenade.
Where's my aim assist? Oh no.
Yo, man, you're closing in on that command post. I suggest you switch to cloak and sneak in undetected.
It's a little too late for that.
Engaged. Engaged.
Man, this terrain is trash.
Engaged.
Reloading. Fight like a man.
Oh no. Sorry. Oh. Bye. A war on two fronts. Some say it's impossible, but America showed otherwise. Jeez. Oh my gosh.
Engaged. Energy critical. Engaged.
We don't need grenades. Right? We don't need them. We just think we do. Because we got these guns. And we got these hands. We've got an infinite amount of these hands.
You're approaching a line of KPA defenses. Use grenades to blast your way through.
How about that? So headshots. Check.
Engaged.
I know there was a third guy. I guess not. Just those two? Okay.
No, man. Get to the rendezvous ASAP. There's something here you need to see.
What have you got, Prophet?
Just get up here. You wouldn't believe me if I told you.
On my way.
Or you could just tell me.
Engaged.
Why didn't I pick this up sooner? He almost got me. Take that. Take that. What did you have? Oh. Oh. You threw your weapon? Okay. Okay. Fair enough. What was the point of me coming over here? No? Oh my gosh. Oh. Okay. So... Oh. I wasn't supposed to turn there. But I could have swore that the objective was there. Who knows? This is a pretty long mission. Yeah, I figured that out on my own. If you can figure out a way for me to keep my momentum while I'm jumping, so I'm not just jumping a straight vertical, that would be very nice.
Energy critical.
Yeah. I need to upgrade that as soon as possible.
About time you showed up. You believe this?
Looks like someone had a little trouble parking their boat.
We seem to have hit a dead end. I've lost our secured channel to JSOC. Too much electrical interference on this island.
Hey, boss! I got something.
Psycho's alive. Surprise, surprise.
There's an area highlighted.
This valley here must be where the excavation site is located.
How can you be sure?
I'm not, but it's all we've got to go on. We need to get moving.
I'm not going anywhere until you give me some answers. I'm not buying that locate and evacuate bullshit anymore.
Yeah. Since when do the North Koreans have themselves a motherfucking freeze ray?
Damn straight! I feel like I jumped into a bloody comic book here.
I've told you everything you need to know.
That's bollocks, and you know it. Aztec is dead, and we ain't got the first idea what killed him.
I saw him up close, boss. He was mutilated, ripped in two. I mean,
Where were you
what are
guys
we
at?
dealing
Where's
with
my
here?
backup?
'Cause it ain't just Korean.
Jester's right. If this Rosenthal guy was a proper nut, we wouldn't be here.
Cut the crap, Psycho. You've all been fully briefed. Our job is to find those people, and that's what we're going to do. We're moving out now,
What the
and
fuck?
that's in order.
Something's here.
I need some alien weapon. Yep, I knew it.
It's got Jester.
We have to go! We have to go now!
Give me some alien weaponry.
Come on, move, move!
Did you see it? Where'd it go?
This way, come on, move!
Can I still... Will they come with me to investigate?
Bloody hell, did you see that thing?
Stay on track. We gotta find Chester. To the east. Let's go, let's go!
To the east?
Go, go! We need to find Chester. Let's move out!
The aliens want their suits back. Switch suit modes rapidly to perform. Shooting vegetation may cause it to fall on
Dead.
enemies. Oh.
Son of a bitch.
God damn it!
What's happening, boss? We're dropping like flies.
I'd tell you if I knew. You have my word. Stand back now. Gonna vaporize.
So long, mate.
Rip, hip, 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 hip. That is wild. Is there a smell to it? Wrong question.
Eyes open, boys. KPA Comm Center up ahead. Watch my back, Nomad.
Can I? Thank you. Oh, wait. Ooh. I'll stick with this, because this is the weapon that they're dropping.
Psycho, cover us.
On it.
Nomad, you're with me.
Where are we going?
God damn. Nothing but bodies. Area looks clear. Move in on that trailer. I'm gonna access the KPA secure channel. Nomad, you and Psycho secure the perimeter.
Alright. First, let me get this ammo, because it's obviously...
The KPA are holding a civilian hostage in the village about a click ahead. Could be one of Rosenthal's crew. Nomad, I need you to infiltrate the village and gather any intel you can. I'll
Why
stay
just
here and
me?
monitor incoming comms. Your priority is to find that hostage, understood?
Understood.
Psycho will provide support as soon as we're done here.
Aren't we supposed to be a team? Oh, yeah. Okay. How far away is this place? Whoops. That's not what I was trying to do. Okay. It is a drive.
Owen Slope. Intel suggests snipers and armored patrols up ahead. I'm moving out to secure a rendezvous location. I'll keep you briefed.
Nomad, I'll take the high ground. Confirm when you're inside the village.
Right on the nose.
Low and slow. Intel suggests snipers and armored patrols up ahead. I'm moving out to secure a rendezvous location. I'll keep you briefed.
Nomad, I'll take the high ground. Confirm when you're inside the village.
I wish my cloak didn't turn off as soon as I fired. I thought they were there. Are they just not here anymore?
Enemy!
Maximum armor.
Take him down!
Energy critical.
Coming!
That man's a tank.
Maximum armor.
You guys aren't gonna believe this, but it sounds like General Richan Kyong is in charge of the whole operation.
The guy behind that massacre a few years back, but why would he be here?
I don't know, but watch your backs. These guys are hardcore.
Maximum.
You're approaching a KPA radar station. Find a terminal and access their tactical network.
Maximum armor. Engaged. Engaged.
I'll find you. Move on.
Energy critical.
We lost him. Ah!
Engaged.
Go ahead and
Maximum armor.
get to their tactical network.
Engaged. Energy critical. Engaged.
It's a really slow-paced game, honestly.
Engaged.
You guys aren't gonna believe this, but it sounds like General Richon Kyong is in charge of the whole operation.
The guy behind that massacre a few years back.
Might
Why would he be
might
here?
have to hit that
know.
difficulty
Watch your
slider.
backs. These guys are hardcore.
Yeah. All right.
You guys aren't gonna believe this, but it sounds like General Richon Kyong is in charge of the whole operation.
The guy behind that massacre a few years back. Well, why would he be here?
I don't know, but watch your backs. These guys are hardcore. You're approaching a KPA radar station. Find a terminal and access their tactical network.
I swear. Some of these I'm like, these are clearly headshots.
Engaged.
Oh my gosh.
Engaged.
Heads up. We now have exact coordinates. The contact is being held in the school. Check your nav.
They're tracking something on the monitor. Looks like a naval fleet heading our way.
Must be the cavalry. An entire fleet just for us.
That's not your concern. Stay focused on finding that hostage.
Infiltrate school, locate hostage. Okay. What was that? Precision rifle? We just got this maxed ammo though. Is there a precision rifle? Missile launcher? What if I... Okay. No. Is there rifle ammo? Give me those granadas. Okay.
Blowing up the pumps in that gas station would cause a nice distraction.
Where are the pumps? You don't hear nothing. Man took a shotgun to the face and was cool. Is still max ammo? Okay. Alright.
Blowing up the pumps in that gas station would cause a nice distraction.
Is that the pump? I can't. Is this a game that they decided to put bullet drop in? I don't know. Let's just do what we do best. Disrupt.
Engaged. Engaged. Maximum on. Engaged.
It's gone. Where is he? Find him.
Engaged.
Contact!
Gosh.
Contact! Where is he?
I know I'm not gonna have to turn this on freaking easy. Alright. Yes, sir. Oh, we didn't even take those. We take that all day.
Enemy sighted.
Engaged. Engaged.
I find you. Ready, go.
Engaged.
Move up. Let's go. Lost target. I don't see him. It's gone.
Engaged.
Incoming. Keep looking.
Engaged.
False alarm. Okay.
Engaged.
I just keep falling.
It was nothing. Under fire!
Engaged.
Rush him out.
Engaged.
Look, you see that?
You're a noise?
Damn it!
Engaged.
Blowing up the pumps in that gas station would cause a nice distraction.
Maximum armor. Engaged.
The save system in this game is fucking trash. I literally cleared out these enemies.
Maximum armor. Engaged.
Men down! What was that? I kill you!
Engaged.
What was that noise?
I'll find you. Moving out.
Engaged.
Men down! Men down! We have a man down! They shot him!
Right in the spine. So that's how we do that. We're using hands from now on.
Blowing up the pumps in that gas station would cause a nice distraction.
Not enough of a distraction.
Maximum armor. Engaged. Engaged. Engaged.
Let's go in here. Oh, well. Alright. Let's go ahead and send Roby a chat invite. We're already an hour in. And first, let me message him. Make sure we're good. Hello, good sir. Yeah. It's
I've always wanted to play that game. Well, wanted to play it on PC specifically.
Yeah, I heard Crysis 2 was like really bad except for on PC.
I've heard just the graphics all together, like
Mhm.
it. Obviously, back in the day, like the look of it was just way better on PC, and I always wanted to experience that. He playing. Have a midlife. No, not midlife crisis. I'm too young for that.
Midlife Crisis.
Too young for that.
This game is giving me a midlife crisis. I had it on hard, and then I was like, I gotta knock it down to normal. And even normal's giving me a run for my money.
For reals?
Yeah.
Dang.
Oh my gosh. And these landmines. First off, the checkpoints are way too spread apart. I have to keep on stealth killing these
Give me your
enemies.
stuff. Isn't it? It's a shooting game though, right? First-person shooting game, right?
Yeah, but there's like, at least this mission, like, very heavy, is wanting you to do stealth.
I got him. I got him. Run those pockets. Stinky. You too.
There we go.
Yep. Yeah.
But I found out that these hands go crazy.
I might have to watch the stream back later.
Yeah.
I've seen a little bit of playthrough for it. And it's always looked cool.
Mm-hmm.
We'll see. Because you're playing like the remastered one, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Crysis Remastered.
These hands, one shot, one kill.
Did I get a new blood code? Yeah. Can I finally leave this place? Can I leave this place? Anyway, without further ado, let's get into this tattoo. I wanna talk about that. I don't wanna dawdle any longer. I'll actually probably take a quick break here after I get through this next section.
Oh, I'll take a break
kitchen.
once I get these hostages rescued.
Okay, perfect. And then what I'll probably even pull up like some ideas, like some tattoos that people already got, just to see like what, because that's kind of how I did all of mine. Is I had an idea for what I wanted, then I looked at what everyone else got, and then I looked at what they had about their tattoo that I liked, and it could have been simple script writing. I would find what I liked about it, the things I didn't like about it, and I would get rid of all the things I didn't like and see if I could combine all the things that I did like to help make the idea that was original to mine. So it would be like piece of this, piece of this, piece of this, and then that makes like my end product. Pieces of everyone's type of thing. Because I'm not good at creating something like off of the top of my brain. Like I can't just think of Goku and draw him fighting a potato. I can't do that.
Yeah.
I would have to go look at pictures of potatoes, figure out how to draw one fighting, and then look at pictures of Goku fighting something else and get it to blend and look like he's actually fighting potatoes. So that's how I draw. I create from different things, which I don't think is bad. I wish I was more. I wish I could do it from my brain, but I've only seen one artist in my entire life do that, and it was the most impressive thing I've ever seen in my life.
There's this person on TikTok. I don't follow them, but I've definitely just sat in their stream long enough to where they pop up on my For You page whenever they're live, and they'll just like from memory draw any anime character that people put in the chat.
I wish. That's like for that, like I have a good memory. I can remember what someone says. I can remember the price of things. Like I can remember stuff like that. But for the life of me, I am horrible with remembering faces. I've seen Goku's face a bajillion times, and I can't draw it from memory. I just can't. I have to have a guide. Which, you know, that's kind of why I always wanted to start my own comic book, because I feel like if it was my own characters, I'd be able to draw them.
Yeah.
Because I have like my own little drawing style. Anyway, I'm excited. Because I've been trying to think of stuff to draw since, you know, we've been talking about it and everything.
Mm-hmm.
And I haven't been able to think of a single thing. I was like, yeah, I want to draw this or I want to draw that. But the only thing I have been wanting to draw, I was like, man, I'd like to do some sketches of his tattoo. I sure like to, you know, go through over like 6 or 7 different ideas and see what he likes. So, anyway, we'll get to it. We shall get to it. It'll also probably hope, because I think I had mentioned to you at one point, I want a Hunter x Hunter inspired tattoo as well. I want the Hunter license, but I want it wouldn't look exactly like a Hunter license. It would just be like
Yeah.
like the part that says a hunter license, but there's no picture on it. So I would just add a picture of like other anime element. I put other anime elements on it. Ooh, I just thought of an idea. I could do it. Never mind. We could do that for yours. I've got idea. We're gonna focus on yours first, and then we're gonna focus on mine. Oh yeah, there's a lot that can be done there. I think. There's a lot
for
that
sure.
Can be done. And you could even. Oh, so I just thought of this. So, you could make it like a tattoo that grows with you, if you will. So say you get like a cool designed hunter license, and we figure that all out, right?
Mm-hmm.
You know how you put like little stickers, some people do anyway, you put like little stickers and whatnot on things. Like I'm one of those people. My headset, I have like weed stickers from all these different places, like really cool ones and stuff.
Yeah.
And I also do that on my IDs. So what you could do is get like for your favorite animes you've seen, you could design like a tiny little sticker for the emblem of that anime to signify like, boom, it's up there with Hunter, and you could put it on the badge later on in life. I don't know, just a little, I'd be out here with the ideas.
See,
Isn't the
I
writer
need
of
to.
Hunter bedridden, so it might not be finished. It's not that he's bedridden. To my knowledge, he has IBS, irritable bowel syndrome. To my knowledge, like that's what the running joke is. That's what I tell everyone. It's been. I mean, we get stuff. We just like 3 years ago we got a couple chapters. Like we got like the Hisaka stuff, and then we got the Dark Tournament stuff. And that's
Yeah,
it.
I heard he has health issues, but I thought it was like spinal. But I've recently been hearing more about IBS.
Yeah, the IBS was. I thought it was a joke at first. Like 10 years ago when I heard about it. Not a joke. But it could be a joke. Like some people joke about it, which is why I still think it could be a joke. But so many people cite that I'm like, oh, it must not be a joke. People are just douchey.
Yeah.
And that's what it is. It's a giant hate. Alright.
Oh my gosh.
We might be leaving here 83%.
I can't stand this mission. I'm knocking it down to easy. I don't care.
Hey, it be like that sometimes, homie.
Say what you need to say.
Suitable. Oh my gosh, why does my live always... There's not even anyone here. There's no one in my TikTok live stream. How is it getting restricted? How? What content are you talking about? Like, whatever. It's ridiculous.
It's tattoos.
I can't...
It's very...
I guess.
Very threatening.
It is ridiculous.
Oh my gosh. Okay. I forgot that I did not have what I needed. Okay. Okay. Alright.
I'm gonna go back to the home base. That's what I'm gonna do. Unless you got somewhere I should go, bro, 23. You let me know.
Once I got weapons that can get me through certain situations, I will increase the difficulty, but this tutorial mission is not tutorialing.
The pew-pews. Ooh, yeah, before we get into like deeper talk, I don't watch TikTok or Oh no, I'm not saying that it's because of you, bro. For some reason, every time I go live, because I go live on TikTok, YouTube, and on Twitch. For some reason, every so often when I go live on TikTok, they always they restrict my video because of age restriction themes. So like I could be talking about drinking or something like that and they restrict it. It's not like a big thing because it just limits the people that can do it to 18. That's all it does. But it's still annoying that it does that. So I need to just do it beforehand on all of my videos because you can select it.
Or you can be talking about dieting.
It's always ridiculous. The diet always gets me banned, actually.
Oh, yeah.
Diet. That'll get me banned for a week.
Yeah, because I remember when I first started coming through, we were talking about it, and I had to look you up on YouTube to keep in contact.
Yep. And now
that's
I've
how I
got your
subscribed.
number. Let's go. Oh, before I got sidetracked. So I wanted to run some life stuff by you.
Okay.
Some good stuff, obviously. Why does diets get banned? I have no idea why the diet. Oh, the reason why the diet talk was getting banned real quick was because I do intermittent fasting, and that's something I was talking about. It's a controversial thing, so
Yeah.
they banned
You better be careful talking about it.
right? Might get banned again.
The heck?
But yeah, so my well, no, I'm not gonna be too specific. I've recently come into some information, essentially saying that I might be able to have a car before the end of this month. Yeah, it's gonna take a little bit of legwork on my part, but I might be able to have a vehicle finally, which for me does like a couple of the different things. It allows me, one, to be able to go back and forth to church every Sunday. That's the number one most important thing for me.
Yeah.
Two, I found a boxing gym finally, and it's also near my church. It's in the same city.
So you go use your prayer hands and then go use them hands.
It's amazing. Like I'm so thankful. And then obviously I'll be able to come and hang out with you because I'll have a car. So it's like a huge blessing. I'm very, very thankful. And then because of that, obviously I have to still talk to someone about this. There's also potential for me to I would have to move from the city I'm in, but I would essentially move you know where Canton is. I don't really care if because people will forget now where I'm going to be moving to. Canton is essentially where like my church is and everything. That's where I'm going to be moving to because my boxing gym is even close. So I'll be moving near that city, not into Canton, but near it. I'm actually from Canton. That's where I was born, ironically. But this person who said that I can come get this car also posed the idea of us collectively getting a house together. Yeah, so anytime he comes into town, because he doesn't like, you should know who I'm talking about. Well, if you don't, I'll talk to you about it later. But he said anytime he comes to town, as long as he had a place to stay, that would be great. I think I had mentioned to you I stayed with him for a couple of months. Things didn't go good, and then I ended up leaving. It kind of ruined our relationship.
Oh, okay, yeah.
This has always been like his kind of a way of reaching out. Like he's always reached out in this type of way. Instead of saying, "Hey, we should talk," it's been like, "Hey, yeah, I got something for you," which is
I
fine.
got life-changing news for you, by the way.
Yeah, you know. So hopefully it leads to us talking more and stuff. But again, fingers crossed, because he's not the best at keeping his word. That's how I learned to be good at keeping my word. Is from the fact that he's not been the best at it.
Yeah.
So,
it's kind of a rough place to be in, but because I have a friend also like that, where it's like once I understood, like, kind of take things with a grain of salt, it made our relationship a lot easier, but also made it harder for me to expect anything from him.
Yep. That's kind of where I'm at. And granted, I'm not saying that, you know, I've never gotten things from him. It's just I don't expect it. Like, I do have a mode of transportation, so I'm good there. However, this would be a much better mode of transportation. I do have somewhere to live. However, if I had an actual house somewhere I'm investing my money into, and houses are just cheaper overall in Ohio still than other places when it comes to rent versus owning a home. So, I mean, it might work out, man. I am praying. It would be nice. It would be really nice.
I'm praying for you. I know you said you weren't really expecting to stay here long, and you're just kind of waiting for an opportunity to take you somewhere else if it presents itself. So
yes.
Hopefully,
the funny thing about that is and you actually kind of say it perfectly. I'm waiting for the opportunity. I'm one of those people. I like to wait and see what life by life I mean what God wants me to do. Like if what God has my plan, if the plan that God has for me is to move across the country and stay in this place, then things will work. Like they will work. The people I meet will be fruitful to my life. The relationships that I meet will be fruitful to my life and to, you know, the things that I want out of my life. And it is funny that I don't want to stay here in Ohio, but many things are pointing to the fact that I'm probably going to be staying in Ohio.
Okay.
If this boxing gym turns out to be a good thing and I have a reliable way of getting there, that's a huge thing for me. I wouldn't want to move because I would be able to just grow in one gym. And my family's here, so that would be a big enough thing. I didn't think I was going to find a boxing gym. The church, me having my own church here now, is also another big thing. I respect the pastor. I like the people. They know my family. That type of thing. They call me to make sure I'm going to be at church, which is nuts.
Oh, they call you?
Yes.
That's what's up.
They call me, hey, yeah, you got your first communion this weekend. Just wanted to let you know. Hope to see you there. Called me after church too. And then if I were able to have a place to stay, then yeah, that would make it 10 times even more likely that I would stay here. I would just be trying to work a part-time job so I could leave the state more often. So I could go take a trip like once a month or once every 2 months. That would be my only thing then.
Yeah.
So.
I couldn't imagine after the years of being in service and like seeing all sorts of different things like on a regular basis, like just kind of staying in the state that we're in. Like that would just kind of be like, ugh. farmland,
the
city,
thing
farmland,
is,
farmland.
Out of everywhere I've seen, again, like kind of like you say, I've seen so many different places and stuff like that. There's nothing wrong with Ohio comparatively to like all these other places. Like, not even a little bit wrong with Ohio. Ohio has so much up on other places, in so many different regards that I think we kind of take for granted, which is kind of why a lot of people say, you know, people that live in Ohio are okay with just living here for forever.
Yeah.
I kind of get it. And I've only lived here for 4 years all the way through that I can remember. And then now, you know, this year will be my first full year as an adult. So, I don't know, man. There's a lot here. There's a lot of different cultures here. There's a lot of different, like, environments as well. Kind of like you said, there's farmland and there's cities. We have 3 major cities, I think. Cincinnati, Columbus, and Cleveland.
Yeah.
And we're a tiny state. We're very tiny. I don't think there's any other states that can boast that. So, like, if you're into the nightlife kind of thing, we've got that nightlife kind of thing. If you're into, like, the more liberal type of stuff, that's where the city type stuff is. If you're into more peaceful, reserved type of a living, Ohio also has that. If you're into the Four Seasons thing, they have that here as well. You like snow, you get snow. Tornadoes, sadly, they get them too. So I'm trying to appreciate everything that there is to offer here in Ohio because I spent so many years saying I don't want to move home, and living in all these other places that people have been like, oh my God, I wish I could live there. Like, people would jump at the opportunity to live in Oregon or to live in Florida or to live in like all these other different states. But, you know, I've lived there and I was open-minded about living there in those places, and they sucked. They were awful. They were terrible. Because of the people, not because of the things around, but the people is what you would be moving to these different places for anyway. You're not moving somewhere because they have mountains. Like, yeah, maybe that's part of it, but the people doing the mountain stuff, boom, exactly. And Ohio has phenomenal community. I'm impressed at how much community they have here. There's no place like home. You are 100% right. That's kind of what God's been telling me. Again, I'm from Canton, Ohio. I have never lived in Canton, Ohio as an adult. I've spent most of my adulthood out of the state of Ohio. I would only visit as a vacation. I've lived in Oklahoma longer than I've lived in Ohio. I lived in Oklahoma for 4.5 years. I lived in Oregon for 4.5 years. It's crazy. It's crazy to think that I'm back here, and I actually like it. It's not bad. Not bad. Yeah, it has its problems. I don't like that it randomly gets cold. Like, really cold. Not cold, like, some places it gets really cold. Like, it was 70, 72 the other day.
Mm-hmm.
And then today, when I woke up, it was 40. Yes.
Trash.
40 degrees. It was a 32 degree difference. 32. I don't get it. I don't get that. But aside from that, I think once spring actually hits, I'll be fine. Like, I came here 2 years ago in April. It was beautiful. And then the third day I was here, it snowed. And then the snow dried up on the 5th day, and then the 6th day I left. I was trying to tell my ex-wife at the time. I was trying to explain to her why we should move to Ohio, and that was a reason that was not helping. Like, that happened, and I was like, I don't know how to talk us into moving here now.
Yeah.
She was like, it just snowed in the middle of April, and I was like, yeah, I don't know. Sometimes it snows in May, too.
Sometimes summer starts in July. It ends in August. Have a nice 4 weeks.
Yeah, it's ridiculous. I think you got everything on this map now. Yes! I love to hear it, bro. I love to hear it, baby. Alright, cool. Now I can leave.
This man took 3 hits from my rifle. If I hit you with the butt of a gun and you take 3 hits from it and you're still standing, I'm gonna just put it down.
Butt stock, butt stock, butt stock. I'm not gonna lie, I have been smiling all day because I think I finally found a gym. Like that, I think that's the most exciting piece of news I've had.
That's awesome.
All week. I've been seeing all this amazing boxing news and like some troubling stuff from Ryan Garcia, as well. But like a lot of other boxing stuff, I'm like watching all these big name fighters set up all these fights. Like Ryan Garcia's fighting Haney. I think Tank just signed and he's gonna be fighting someone soon. Ngannou is fighting Anthony Joshua. I think Andy Ruiz, I think, has a fight later this year. I think. Don't quote me on that. There's just so much awesome boxing news happening, and it sucks because I'm like sitting at home, running, still shadow bot. Like I'm not doing anything.
I love watching Tank's fights.
I've
never watched any of them live.
Me either. I always watch the day after. If I had the money to watch them, or if I had someone else to watch them with, I'd say that. Then it would be more worth it. But watching them by myself, yes, I would love it, but it wouldn't warrant $60 by myself.
Yeah. I remember I tried to get, because in my old apartment, I lived right next to my cousin, and then across from our apartment was my best friend at the time. And I was like, oh, bet. So I booked a pay-per-view of a UFC fight. Nobody showed up. So I was like, all right, bet. And well, like my cousin, he showed up for a little bit, and he like stayed for like 2 fights, and then he got preoccupied with other stuff. And I was like, yo, like we were planning this for X amount of days. I spent this much money. I didn't ask anybody to split the cost with me, and I'm here watching a fight by myself. And I was pretty upset about it. And it was Israel Adesanya. And he lost. So I was like, dang. Just to put the cherry on top of everything.
Dang. Me and my friends in Guam, we the only time I've ever partaken in a pay-per-view, we paid for the Manny Pacquiao versus Floyd Mayweather fight. Mm-hmm. And everyone there was rooting for Manny Pacquiao. Everyone except me. Everyone. And the entire time while the fight was happening, everyone was like, this fight's so boring. I was like, I had a booming headache. But I had like my Muay Thai boxing shorts on that I bought from Thailand when I went to Thailand. I was like, I had my boxing gloves with me, and I was loving the fight. It was such a good defensive fight. And everyone's like, it's so boring, it's so boring. I was like, are you guys not realizing that Pacquiao is throwing and throwing and throwing, and he is missing by inches every time. And he was just walking into punch after punch after punch. So Mayweather didn't even have to put a ton of power behind his punches,
Yeah.
and they were doing, and they just didn't see it, and I wasn't watching it with like a bunch of boxing enthusiasts. I was watching it with just friends who wanted to see a fight, which was cool.
Yeah.
But we should have done an MMA fight instead.
Yeah. I remember watching the Mayweather Pacquiao fight, and at the time I was definitely like, okay, like, why is nothing happening? Because I was expecting like power punches and what you see in highlight reels and stuff, and then I forget who told me, but they were just like, hey, like, if you know boxing, this is a very calculated fight.
Oh yeah. It was a fight of like someone extremely, I wouldn't say the ultimate offense, but someone extremely offensive and good at it versus someone with the ultimate defense, because I would say that about Mayweather's defense. And it was just amazing. If Pacquiao was a little bit better of an offensive fighter, that fight would have probably been one of the greatest fights of all time.
I remember somebody telling me like during that fight, like Pacquiao's going for the damage and Mayweather's going for the smart move of just getting the points.
Yep. And the thing is Mayweather still could have knocked Pacquiao out in that fight had he been more aggressive and stuff like that. But Pacquiao's endurance and his stamina, he would have had to have caught him slipping really, really bad. But Pacquiao's counter to the fact that Mayweather was a counterpuncher was throw punches extremely fast back to back. Just stay extremely active. So that lessened Mayweather's ability to counterpunch because he just was able to do it the whole fight. But Mayweather was still able to even find openings in and escape the rush that Pacquiao had the entire time. To clinch when he needed to clinch, because why not? You're being sworn to clinch. You said everything, boom. That's what you do. There for a reason.
Yeah.
So I thought it was a great fight. Yeah, it could have been more exciting for the fans, but I mean, I don't know. Not every fighter is trying to go out there and slug it out. Some fighters are trying to go out there and actually be just trying to stick to their game plan and trying to, win the way that they planned on winning, because that's the way to victory, 100%.
Yeah. I need to start watching boxing more, because I typically just go for the highlight reels.
If you can find like the longer clips, like the longer rounds, because it's only 3-minute rounds for professional boxing. So sometimes they'll like clip it to where it's only like 30 seconds to 45 seconds throughout the round, but that's the only action in it. And sometimes I watch those. Other times I prefer watching the full fight. But sometimes the clip is just a little bit better, because nowadays boxing, they tend to spend the first 1 to 3 rounds, I'd say, feeling each other out. First 1 to 2 rounds maybe. And then they get into the action. And then you can clearly see the more dominant fighter. But there's a lot of lopsided fights nowadays. You don't have a lot of people equally trained throughout every single division. You don't have a bunch of killers at 147. You don't have a bunch of killers at 168. You've got a couple guys who are killers at the top, and then you got another couple dudes who are just, it seems like doing their best, but they're not at that level, which kind of sucks. It would be nice if everyone in these divisions was just a dog, no matter the record. If all of them were just skillful tacticians and stuck to their game plans and had their own strong suits, whether it be quickness, timing, speed, power, whatever. We don't really have that anymore. Now a lot of people are trying to fight the same. I see.
Yeah, I've seen like a lot of people trying to fight in the more what's it called? There's man, what's it called?
Defensively, how do they defend themselves?
It's hold on. This is gonna bother me if I don't figure out the name of it.
Calamity, you have a good night as well. God bless you. Appreciate you stopping by the stream. Thank you so much. Appreciate the likes as well. Thank you. You were here twice tonight. Thank you. Y'all hooked it up with the likes tonight. 4.5. That's crazy.
Southpaw.
That's way more than usual. Okay, so that's just a different stance. Like a lot of people who are right-handed think that they need to fight southpaw. So that means your right hand is in the front. and your right leg is in the front. Orthodox is when your left hand is in the front. So that means you would jab with your left hand, and your power hand is your right hand. That's how most people that are right-handed should fight. Because you want your strongest hand to be in the back, so you can load it up, or not really even like crazy load it up, but you would have more to load it up because you have a full hip turn. Whereas your hand in the front, you can't really overturn your hips to generate as much power. So you want your strong hand in the back. Yeah.
I need to. I've watched a few. Like, I know it doesn't really add up to real training, but I've watched a few clips on like how to throw proper punches and stuff. And okay, but yeah. I think that's one thing I need to work on is, well, for one, stamina. Just lasting in a fight. But also just the hip turn.
Yeah, people, goodness gracious, the bodaciousness of the characters in this game is out of this world. Why would they do that? Whoa. Anyway, I would love to teach you, like, obviously I'm not a professional or anything, but I would love to teach you what I know. I've been so eager to teach people. Like, I've been trying to get my nephew to do it by telling him I'll let him punch me as much as he wants, but he doesn't want to punch me. And I'm like, come on, dog, it ain't even gonna hurt. So I'm working on it. But yeah, because the more people that I know that at least know how to throw a punch, the better for me. So then whenever we hang out, I can just have you beat me up and I can work on my defense. Because honest to God, like, my hardest thing when it comes to boxing, I feel like throwing the punches and learning the combinations, I don't think is a very difficult thing for me because I'm pretty good at muscle memory. I like to do things over and over and over and over and over and over and over because, again, I have an indulgent personality. So, you know, I'll learn a combination in the gym for 30 minutes, and then I'll come home and I'll do it in the shower, and then I'll do it in my room when I get out of the shower. I'll do it after I get done eating. And then I'll go do my walk around my neighborhood. I'll do it then. But for me, it's hard to simulate blocking and defending punches with just myself. That part is harder to do. So, yeah, I'm all down for people just, you know. Obviously, once you know how to throw the punches, you'll then gain control of the punches, and then that's when we would try and do something like that. Because you have to have control. Yeah. To know, like, okay, I can hit harder. Okay, I should hit a little bit not as hard. Because I think you weigh more than me, and that would matter for sure. Maybe not if I was like 180 pounds still or 185, but I'm a small individual now.
Yeah, my weight's definitely gone up from the last time we discussed weight. I got that dad weight going on right now.
Hey, man. Ain't nothing wrong with it. Ain't nothing wrong with it. It's hard to keep off for sure. I've always been subconscious about my weight though because I was a fat kid, so
yeah.
I know for a fact I'm like, all right, I'm starting to get big again. And when I was fat in my last marriage, I was like, yeah, I was really big. Like I didn't think I was ever gonna get that big.
Yeah, when we went to the dealership, they took a picture of us standing in front of the van, and I looked at the picture and I was like, okay. That is my confirmation. It is not just me feeling out of breath because of asthma. I am just eating too much ice cream.
I just cracked down on my diet today as well. I was like tempted to go get because I had a shake. I was tempted to go get some more food, and I was like, you know what? I'm changing my workout schedule again to where I'm working out 3 days a week and then having an off day. Because the 2 days and an off day wasn't working. I was missing too many days. And I was like, I got to get back on my eating schedule as well. Just because I just prefer eating and then not eating while I stream. I can't stand when I come on stream and I'm just eating non-stop. And then it makes it easier for me to go to sleep after stream as well. If I don't have all this food in my stomach from while I was streaming.
Yeah.
Jump off stream, go straight to bed. amazing. This was the longest set of cutscenes ever.
Oh my gosh.
Why are her boobs so big? Goodness gracious.
Maybe it's Maybelline.
It's Bandai Namco.
Well,
That's what it
yep.
is.
Female character must be busty.
Like, overly busty. Again, not bad at it, but why? Have you heard of Goon Squad from EVE Online? I have not. What is EVE Online? That sounds so familiar, EVE Online. Is something the matter? Still gotta run it to the kitchen real quick. Can somebody get her a better coat or something? She's out here just chest flapping in the wind. Not a care in the world.
Did I take them all out? Why was that so hard last time? Why is easy
how's
hard?
the tooth?
I haven't felt any pain from it today, so that's good.
That's good.
And the
Jesus, I think I found
what's
what
kind of scary though is that the gums are kind of closing up over where the tooth came out, so I'm kind of worried with it not being looked at if it's clean, because I don't want it to close and there be some kind of infection or whatever.
Yeah. Hopefully they get to it sooner rather than later. I'm happy the pain isn't there though. That's
yeah. That's what's kind of keeping me from being too worried, because like if it was painful and the gums were closing, then I'd be worried. But yeah, it doesn't hurt today. I'm not sounding as sick as I was. I'm a little bit nasally, but nowhere near what I was. I was actually talking to my girl today.
In-person interview.
Yeah.
I'm ready.
I was talking to my girl today about it, and she was like, honestly, by the third day, I thought you were milking it. And I was like, no. I was literally taking on phone call interviews sounding like I was holding my nose to go underwater in the pool.
Goon Squad was a famous PvP pirate clan. Oh, okay. Oh, sci-fi spaceship battle game. EVE Online. I knew I had heard of it before. I've never played it though.
I went through earlier today. I went through all the games that I can download for free on PlayStation, and I just added all the ones I'm interested in to my library, because I was like, I'm not gonna lose the opportunity to get these games whenever I need a game to play.
Dude, I feel like a game Code Vein I got for free. I think the next game after this that I'm gonna play is another one of the ones that they just gave us. The one with like the woman on the front, like the mechanical doll woman.
Steel Rising.
That, yeah, I heard that's like Souls-esque as well.
Yeah, hold on. Let me look through my library. There's oh, for sure. Yeah. That, and also companies don't want their games up for free. Bro, when I saw that, I was like, I could have waited. Yeah. Yeah, I haven't played it since the last time we streamed it together. So I got Dishonored Definitive Edition, Star Ocean: The Divine Force, which I don't know, I can't pull it up right now, but I think it was a turn-based game that looked pretty fun. Sniper Ghost Warrior, Near Replicant, which is like a JPG JRPG Dark Souls as well. And I guess there's like three different to get the true ending. I think you have to play it on every difficulty, which I'm not ever gonna do, but jeez. Jeez. I, yeah. I think I'll definitely be playing Nier as a intro to this style of JRPG because I think I'd rather just I have Code Vein downloaded, but I think I'd rather just watch your playthrough of it instead of just like hitting the same beats as you. Hmm. Yeah. Yeah. And it's so funny because you can tell it's a JRPG because the official name of it is Near Replicant version 1.224744871. It's like, oh, okay. Well, this is not the first version, and it's definitely not the second one that's ever came out. Oh, and I got Superliminal, Subliminal. I don't know, but it's a puzzle game, and I was like, oh, that'd be fun to play on the stream. Sea of Stars, Gotham Knights was free. Um, the Need for Speed, Tales of Arise. Oh, I ended up getting added Genshin to my library. Um, oh my gosh, I I just came across the Silent Hill game. I'm like, oh, I forgot about you. Nah. Um, I know there's some other games. Oh, I got some Thrillville for the missus because she was talking about how she wants to build roller coasters. Yeah, it's yeah. Yeah, she's a Sims fanatic. I mhm. Yeah. Yeah, I got her Sims 4 for the PlayStation last year, and she tried it for like 30 minutes, and she was like, I prefer it on a laptop. And I was like, okay. I was like, all right, let me go ahead and just, yeah, like, let me just hop to the store and let them know that you would prefer to play this on a laptop. Um, I still need to replay the Ezio trilogy. I have like I have a folder in my collection. Well, I have three of them. I have games to revisit, uh, unplayed slash unfinished, and then streaming games, which I need to update because right now is the only games in there is BG3, Batman, and Ghost. Yeah, I forgot about it too. And then one day I was just kind of messing around, and I was like, oh, I should probably organize this better. Yeah. Hmm. Yeah. It definitely is. Uh, it doesn't, or the hard drive, external hard drive is definitely convenient, but also deleting games, like you said, like I don't really mind, especially because with the PlayStation app, I can delete games and download them so that once it's time for me to boot up the PlayStation, it's downloaded and ready to go. I honestly, I might.
And I still haven't gotten up. I am such a lazy bones.
I think I'm going to go ahead and end my Crysis stream and start the download of Nier because I kind of want to play something like that's meant to be difficult. And Crysis, I think it's just not a game that I'm wanting to play right now. I thought it was, but I thought it was more of a run up, get done up type of game.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm not at that level yet with my character, I guess. So, shall revisit another time.
Crysis to me always seemed like one of those games that you had to like be good and patient with the story narrative. Like it's not
Yeah.
like a Halo where even with the story narrative you can just run through and do whatever the heck you want. Um, with that game, you have to be a little more patient and tactful.
Yeah. I and that's one thing about me, and that's I don't know why I even added Dishonored to my library because I'm not a tactful person. I'm just like I'll be tactful for the first quarter of the mission, but then I'm going to get impatient and see I could knock this person out right now. And I know it will alert the next three guys, but this guy is for sure going to be taken out. So that's that's literally how I am when I'm playing Ghost. It's like, I'll let me go ahead and take out this archer. I know it's going to trigger the leader to know where my location is, but at least the archer's out of the way. Yeah. Yeah. See, I, I attribute um I attribute you to why I like am playing different games and playing it differently than I normally would because like I see how you play and it's so entertaining for me to watch. I'm like, man, like I would like to kind of experience that and like how you kind of just jump into games and it's like, oh, well, like I heard it's this, that, and the other, and I'm gonna start it on hard, and I'm like, I would never until now. Hmm.
An intent, and every move in the game has an intent and a purpose. So I try and think more along the lines of the game, and it helps me get a whole nother perspective. So I'm learning from the game as well. Like I'm learning a character in the game's perspective, or the perspective they want um, to push. Um, and you learn that from the skills of the character in the game, how the character's supposed to fight in the game. Like if your character is supposed to be a patient fighter, they're going to have more slow
Hmm.
type of moves and attacks and stuff like that. I don't know. I just be looking into stuff a little too much sometimes. That's what it is.
Nah, I think you definitely have a very unique way of looking at games, and it's very, like I said, it's very entertaining to watch. Especially the games, which I can see sometimes the game doesn't really do it for you, but the games that I can tell that you're actually feeling, like it makes it a lot more entertaining to watch that you're having a good time while also having the challenge of getting over that hurdle.
Yeah, I definitely have games that I wanted so much to like Alan Wake. I really did. That game is so freaking boring, dude.
Yeah, just
Goodness. I
flashlight, shoot, flashlight, shoot.
Yeah, it's just boring. It's the combat is very linear. The storytelling is only cool at certain parts. Like when you get to go to the like stereo, the radio boomboxes that are playing, those moments are phenomenal.
Hmm.
But other than that, man, it's a really I don't know what people are talking. Maybe the second one's way better, but that first one sucked. I
Yeah,
The story's great, but the gameplay is terrible, in my
I heard
opinion.
the second one's like really good. Like it got nominated for Game of the Year and everything.
Really,
But
I don't know how that
yeah,
happened. Hold up. I got really
first
bored with that Plague Tale game. Dang, homie. I'm actually
Playtale.
editing my Plague Tale Requiem
Oh, Plague Tale.
footage right now. So it's one of those games I will say it is kind of boring in the first 5 to 8 hours. I will say that. You have to get through that first bit of time. But if you haven't, I feel like if you play the first game, then it'll make the second game more interesting. But after that first 5 to 8 hours, boy, I tell you what, I cried at the end of that game, Plague Tale Requiem. You'll see when I get the edit out. I cried. Couple tears, nothing crazy. Couple like two, three, four, maybe six, 12 of them things. Nothing crazy, like
That's
22.
one of the streams I need to go back on because I think I'm caught up to everything except for your last stream of it.
Um, it's I was editing earlier. Obviously that I was editing that because that's what I want to start putting out this month is
Hmm.
Plague Tale Requiem, and it like just the beginning of the game, going through and listening to my commentary on it, I was so unprepared for that ending, and I didn't realize the story. I didn't realize how good that story was until honestly until the middle of it, but the ending really hit me. Like
Yeah.
I don't know, it's such a phenomenal story. Holy smokes, man! I can't wait to play the first one again, or to play the first one. I haven't played the first one yet.
Yeah.
Gosh, yeah, it tore me up. Oh, I'll tell you this when I come back. Cameron, appreciate the like, man. Thank you. God bless you. I'm gonna be right back. I'm going to the kitchen, um, and then yeah, I'll be right back. So like 2-3 minutes.
Snack time.
Not for die.
All right. I'll be right back as well.
Alright, come back. Alright. Whew. Alright. Hello, sir? Oh, he probably busy. He probably busy doing something. Oops. Okay. Alright. Let's figure out where I need to go again. Ruined City Center. Investigate the statue. Ruined City Center. I'm gonna forget that. I already know it. I'm gonna forget it. I don't know where 180 went, but he's around here somewhere. He's around here somewhere. I wonder if he ended his stream yet. Mia? Oh, let's see what she does. You know? Alright. Huh. Where is that statue at that they're talking about? We'll figure it out. I don't even remember what I was talking about, but I was definitely going on a really good rant. For sure. Ranting, top 10. Yeah, oh yeah. Hall of Fame ranter right here. You know, I'm surprised my legs don't really hurt or anything. I got this workout I'm gonna be trying to get in later this week, you know. Actually, every day this week I'm trying to get this workout right. Oh, statue. It's over here. Duh. Too easy. This has got to be what they were talking about. If this isn't it, then I'm going to be mad. This is it. This is it. See? Why did it say descend ladder? That's so stupid. They made me believe that this was another pathway that I had to reach. This is so scandalous. Y'all some scandalous little scandalers. You give him some of that blood. That's a lot of blood. Be easy, Chief. You might die out here in these streets. Dying of thirst. Dying of thirst. So jump in that water. Pray that it works. It's my first time using a support who mains a long range. Let's see how it works.
All right. Sorry,
There he is.
Had to grab
You're
some
good.
grapes.
You good? Ooh, that's a good snack. That's a good late night snack, actually. Can't be mad at it.
An adult bevy, but
that and strawberries are probably the two best late night snacks you can have. Minus the sugar, but you know most people don't have sleeping problems like I do.
well,
I'm gonna take a quick second, real quick, and talk about this here for a little bit. If you got some
Bet.
time.
Nope. We'll do
Real
that while.
quick, let me let the people know. So you guys know, 180 and I both like anime. I also draw. So I've drawn all of my tattoos and such, blah, blah, blah. I'm planning on getting more tattoos in the future, anime tattoos, and a couple comic book ones.
Right
Anyway,
in between the eyebrows.
not gonna happen. But 180 said that I can have first dibs at trying to draw his tattoo. It's not saying that it's gonna be what he gets, but at least like an idea that he could give an artist and be like, hey, something like this, maybe. So
What you draw is what I'm getting.
That's crazy. So we're gonna, spitball some ideas. Why does Google not come up on this? There it goes. We're gonna spitball some ideas and see what we come up with, and then I'm gonna shoot them some, like, probably text them sketches of some ideas and stuff, and then probably push a couple of them a little bit further than sketches, like midway sketches, like hardline sketches and stuff. I don't know. I'm gonna go through a lot of paper. I know that. I usually do for tattoos. Let's see. Hunter. License. Specifically the Hunter license images.
Yes,
Let's see what they got. Okay. So one
I
of the
have
main
to get
things.
a translation for what the Hunter card says,
Fact.
so I can personalize it to me.
Exactly. I was looking at these right now, and I was gonna say, if you're gonna go most of these tattoos, like, they're very bland. Like, they have a barcode, they have XX, a little bit of red, a little bit of blue, some white and black highlights, and then they have some Japanese writing in it.
Yeah.
And that's the Hunter license. That's it. Now, obviously, I think the smart way of going it would be, like, so one idea, getting your name or whatever you want written on it, getting it in the Hunter versus language.
Okay.
Because you know they have their own writing, their own script that they use.
Uh-oh. I did not know that.
Yeah, so, like, they use, like, symbols and stuff instead of, like, traditional Chinese writing and stuff like that. They have their own language and everything.
Oh.
So I think the smart thing to do, I don't think that's one of the things that most of these people didn't pay attention to, clearly, because I see one guy who did it, but he went the generic route. He got Gon Freaks'. This other person got Japanese characters in its place, which is actually kind of cool to see. This person got something, but that looks generic as well. What is this? This one is also generic. So most of the ones that I've seen are generic. But there's nothing wrong with that, but it's the same tattoo, it's the same writing. Let me double check. The I at the end, yep. Most of them are the same. So that's one idea right there. You want to find how to get that language, and you want to the best of your ability. Obviously, it's not going to be perfect. You'll be able to tell someone what it means if it's not perfect, obviously, because they won't be able to tell anyway, unless they're an absolute expert. But we would want to do our due diligence to make sure it says whatever you want it to say. That's tip number one for making it unique. Tip number two. Some have barcodes. Some don't have barcodes.
Hold on. BRB. Rome needs a bottle.
Yes, sir. There's not a ton of them. Not a ton at all. I would have imagined that there would have been vastly more Hunter x Hunter tattoos. I would have imagined there would have been tons. Yeah. Bro, what's going on? I'm back as well. We're taking a little bit and we're talking about tattoos. We're talking about some tattoo ideas for 180. He wants a hunter license tattoo, and I'm going to draw it for him. I'm talking to him about different ways that we can make it personal and unique. Ooh, this one did. I like it. Yeah, this guy did. He did his personal. He personalized his. That's sick. What about this one? That one's not personalized. This thigh one though, personalized. That's sick. He even did the language beneath the words beneath it. What a menace. Alright, so I at least know it's possible. Yeah, this guy's a fiend. I like the way he thinks, though. He's a real fan. For sure. For sure. For sure. What is this one? Let's see. Yeah, there's a lot of different, like, hunter license to pull ideas from, though. There's not, like, a ton, obviously, but there's a good few to pull ideas from. Just the hunter licenses themselves. Let's see. Hunter licenses. Hunter license. Come on. Yeah. See, and this will also give us a few ideas as well. Because if you actually look at the real license for certain characters, it should say different things for the language that they have there. I'm not seeing too many different, though. Maybe this one? All of those look to be the same. That's something to look into further at a later time. But the general look, very bland, very meh. This guy's just says Derek. I'm Derek, and I can sing high like this. And he was killing it in that movie. Step Brothers.
Alright,
Killing it.
I'm back. I had to turn my camera off because I got room. But,
Okay. What's up, young sir? What's up with you?
Alright, so we left off on barcode.
Okay, so second idea, aside from getting the language and figuring out what you want to write underneath there, say something to the people. So figuring out what you want written in that. But there's barcode generators where you can get a specific barcode. So like if you were to have it scanned, it would actually scan for something. Like it would scan for this thing. Like it can be for a name, it can be for an album, it can be for anything. You can do stuff like that.
Okay.
I'm not perfect at it, but there's definitely ways of doing it, and we could definitely figure out that.
Okay.
And then the third distinction that you could do, obviously, it would make your hunter license look vastly different than others, and it would require you to get it bigger than an actual card size, most likely. But you could get your favorite anime scene. Probably it would be best to get it in black and white, but I could probably figure out a way of doing like a vignetted version of it, so like a whited version, like a shaded version of it, like it'll fade in the backdrop of the top part of the hunter license, because there's the X's and then it's a white background there. You can fill that background with characters or a scene. So it's still you can still see that it's primarily a white background, and it would just be a unique touch on your hunter license as well. It's kind of like customizing your credit card. How we can, like, I can get an airplane on mine, you can get an anime person on yours.
Yeah.
Kind of like that. Just an idea. I was listening to this song, Banana Boat song. I don't think I know that. So yeah, a couple ideas. you know.
Yeah,
a couple
I
ideas.
think what I don't know. I'll have to pull up a picture of the hunter license. I want to keep it as true to the hunter license as possible. I think I will definitely take that idea of like a character into consideration. What I'll probably do is like have the hunter license, and then like have like on the left and right side like probably like my two favorite characters.
Which would
Have
be
Miriam and I don't know. I have to think about because I don't want to. I know for sure Miriam is my top two. I just
okay.
don't know who my number two would be. Um,
Do you know which side of the card you would want him on? Left or
on the
right?
left,
Okay.
which
Would you want him to take up? Would you want him like a full body picture of Meriwem? Would you want it to be the same size as the card as well? Like,
no, like smaller, definitely smaller than the card. Kind of like how, um, like a pin, basically like a pin size compared to the card itself. Just like just his head though.
okay,
And then it'd probably be Killua, honestly.
okay.
And then
Just like, and like, so the pictures, it would obviously be both of their heads, but would you want like their like faces doing anything specific? Like, what specifically what would be the look of them?
probably just straight face because I don't think, or so Miriam would definitely be straight faced. Killua, I'll probably probably the face of him like pulling down his eye and sticking out his tongue.
Okay.
Uh,
And then those would just be on the outside, like
yeah, they want to
parts
be
of it.
on
Okay.
the card itself, just kind of like
Got it.
as decoration to kind of like give highlight to the card itself.
Okay.
Um,
What is this place?
and for the barcode sounds really interesting. I feel like how we can make that work is like we could design the card itself, scan it into a computer, and then we could do the whole barcode customization, and then just input the barcode that generates onto the scanned in version of the drawing that you made.
Yep.
What's up, bud? You need a burp? Or are you about to yell at me? You about to yell at me?
Oh. Yeah, it's a smart way of doing it. No enemies. No enemies.
Ooh, Nier's downloaded. Sorry, bud. You gotta wait to eat. I'm just kidding. I got a world to save. Oh. But yeah, what? Okay. Oh, there's a small burp. But yeah, I guess I need to like look at the hunter card closer because I didn't even notice the whole fact that like they have their own language. I thought it was just Japanese
No,
writing.
They got their own little. They got their own little language, man.
I did not realize that they created a language within the hunter world.
Yeah, it's another one of the things, one of the reasons why I like it. That's one of the pros that I was going to put for when I do Hunter x Hunter for EOA. One of the pros was going to be the world was so thought out that, yeah, the labyrinth, this place sucks, dude. I'm already lost and I just got here. What the heck? Everything looks the same. Where am I going? Anyway, one of the pros was definitely going to be the fact that they took the time and consideration to create their own language. I obviously they don't. It's not a spoken different language, but it's a different written language that they use, and I love it. Like I absolutely love it.
Yeah, that's awesome. And I'm actually restarting watching Hunter x Hunter, so having that in mind, I'll definitely keep an eye out on that.
So when they do
detail.
the intermissions between episodes, and it's like going to Killua and they're teaching you words.
Yeah.
They have like different words written on the screen. They're teaching you the language.
Oh.
Yeah, they're teaching you the how to write those characters' names in that language.
See, I would always just hit next episode before those little intermissions, so I would see them here and there whenever I just wouldn't hit it in time, but I didn't think it was like a regular thing that they did, so that's really cool.
They do different things each time. I think sometimes they've redone the same ones, but I don't think often. I think it's quite rare that they reuse. I would have to pay a little bit closer attention to that.
Yeah,
but yeah,
I caught a few of those intermissions on JJK, but not too often. But yeah, I'll have to let the full episode play through, and then so is there a to English translation of like what the standard hunter card says?
I believe so. Yes, I've never looked. I've never really cared to look because I figured it was all the same, like your name and then like a hunter code or something like that.
Okay.
That's kind of what I figured. But
Oh,
my
sorry,
interest
bud.
is piqued now. Now I am curious to see what's on the hunter card. Oh, she's swinging!
Yeah, because I think that would help me form a more fleshed out idea if I know what within the anime the information that's on a hunter card says. So that way I'm not just like throwing information on it.
I saw one tattoo that was done in a different fashion than all the others. It had different actual hunter writing, different than all the others.
Okay.
And I was impressed. So I there's got to be a conversion chart or something like that out there.
Yeah.
I'm almost certain of it. So yeah, we'll figure it out. I get like that's why I like tattoos so much. I always wanted to be a tattoo artist, but I would just hate the fact that I can't draw that well. So people would be getting like average at best tattoos.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I like designing tattoos at least.
Well, don't knock yourself because you're drawing. I literally just saw your drawing 2 days ago and very, very impressed.
I don't think I'm terrible. It's just I don't think I'm good enough to be putting tattoos on people's bodies.
Well, you're about to do one now.
Nope. Nope. I wouldn't tattoo anyone. I would design.
Oh,
tons of
that's
tattoos.
okay. That's what you're saying.
Yeah, I'll design tattoos all day, but I won't. I wouldn't be able to tattoo on someone. I would love to learn how to tattoo on myself, though. I would love to do that.
Oh, yeah.
I would be doing so many anime tattoos. It's probably the only way I would actually get leg tats. If I'm being quite honest.
Oh, yeah. Oh, my gosh. I could... Oh, there's so many ideas I have now.
Yeah, because I was kind of thinking, like, I already have this whole, like, comic book thing and, like, Bible thing on my left side. I'm like, you know, if I were going to do an anime thing, it would have to be on one of my legs. Like, it's the only real place that I could kind of do it.
Yeah.
Oh, heal me! Heal me!
Or just fully commit and get a whole mural on your back.
Ooh, I don't know if I'd be able to do my whole back.
Hi, Parker. My camera's off right now because I'm feeding my son, but I will be back here soon. But you can listen into Roby and I's conversation about him designing my next tattoo. But
Me?
yeah, you just get the mural on the back of the entire Dragon Ball Z roster.
I've thought about it, but my thing is like the one reason I won't get a full piece done on my chest is because I want to be able to still see what my body looks like. Like,
Oh yeah.
I realized for all of my tattoos, like I had planned on getting them filled in to cover more of the skin, but I like the fact that I can see through my tattoos still to my skin. Like I have a birthmark on my arm that I didn't want to get covered. At first I did, and then I was like, no. I have a whole bunch of scars and stuff that I can still see because they're not covered by my tattoos. So it's like stuff like that. So I don't know. I definitely want to get more, but if I did my back, it would only be like the sides of my back, if that makes sense, like the back rib part.
Okay.
It wouldn't be the middle part. I would never get the middle part of my back, which might be what I do. I might just do both back rib parts because I already have one on my back left shoulder, and I want to get one on my back right shoulder. Probably a Joker tattoo or a Dark Side tattoo. I already know what it is. I just haven't drawn it yet.
Now,
I want to get the. Go ahead.
Oh, sorry.
No, you're good.
Do you not have a Goku tattoo yet?
Nope.
Man.
I have no anime tattoos whatsoever. So you got to remember,
you told me that.
my very first love was like, yes, I loved Dragon Ball Z, but I didn't know it was anime at the time. I just knew I liked the series. I liked it. I loved the characters. I loved what they did. But even more than Dragon Ball Z, I loved The Flash from DC comic books.
Yeah.
And I would argue with people until I was blue in the face about Flash being technically, since he's the fastest character in the series, he is the strongest technically.
Facts.
I mean, he has a punch called the Infinite Mass Punch. Anyway, I've talked about it until I'm blue in the face.
Yeah. Anybody that can run back in time has a mean right hook.
That's what I'm saying. There's definitely like people who have debunked it and stuff like that, which I get because I'm not super into comics like that anymore. Like I don't read enough to know, so I get it. But yeah, I've always loved the Flash since I was a little kid, and yeah, comic books was my thing. So I had to get comic book tattoos first. I want to finish my comic book sleeve, so I have to get a Darkseid tattoo, a Joker tattoo. And then I was considering getting another Flash tattoo. I have no other heroes on my arm except Flash, Hulk, and Wolverine. I already have 2 Flash tattoos. I wanted to get a third one.
Have you considered, because I'm assuming from the drawing I saw last night, have you considered getting a tattoo of the superhero character that you made? Because I'm assuming he's a speedster.
No, so the guy wasn't gonna be a speedster actually.
Oh.
He was so his ability was going to be the ability to reshape matter.
Oh, that's dope.
Yes, but he would have to touch something. So if he were touching a car, he would be able to reshape the car on a molecular level to whatever he wanted. He could turn it into a sword or a key blast if he wanted. It could literally be anything that he could put his mind around. And then the premise of the series was going to be the antagonist had the opposite ability of his. So antimatter. Yeah, and they would be the mastered version of their ability. So it was going to be like you drop the main character into the peak of the series, where the previous wielder of this power is fighting against antimatter, is what I call him right now. For now, so you drop him right in the middle of where antimatter is fighting the current protagonist, and then you see that world, how that plays out, and it ends. Then that other character has that knowledge of how that ends and knows this is coming. Antimatter then has the ability to still play on the world that this other person is in. So he still can pop up and show himself, not at full power, and then obviously would build to a climactic fight between Antimatter and the protagonist, the young protagonist. Just like a short little. I had planned on it being like a 200 chapter thing, like real short.
Yeah, that's actually a really dope idea of just
Yeah,
like two titans clashing and then just like the world around them having to deal with the consequences of it.
Yep. I had a lot of like story stuff written for it. I had a lot of stuff written for it, and a lot of it is still in my head, luckily.
Within that universe, is it just those two people with superpowers, or is there others?
There's other people with superpowers, but those are like those characters are the strongest characters. Like it's kind of like the Gojo and Sukuna before it was a Gojo and Sukuna. Not saying I thought of the idea first or anything at all, but I've always liked the idea of knowing what's gonna happen in the series immediately. Like you know who the strongest is, you know who he's gonna have to fight, you know all of this stuff.
Yeah.
You just have to build to it now, and the writing has to build to it. Like that, like you can show something amazing fight, all of this stuff, all this drama, all this stuff, and then you have to write about it, which I love. And that would have been, that was going to give me the ability to test my writing ability.
Yeah, because I remember you mentioned something about how like the other day you mentioned how like you felt Boruto would be promising because of how it opened.
Yep.
And of course it was very lackluster, but yeah.
To say the least, boy. Say the least.
You remember when this was a story about ninjas fighting and trying to overcome childhood trauma? Well, now it's a slice of life.
Heal me! Thank you. Alright, I'm leaving. I don't think we can win this. Should I help her?
This boy has 5 bottles of 6 ounces within the last 4 hours.
Man, he be eating, huh?
Yeah.
Mia.
A little chunker, huh? A little chunker. You gonna say hi? You gonna
What's
say hi?
up with you?
Yeah. There you
like,
go.
Man, I want to talk to him. Yeah, that's my little comic book. And actually, the more it started off as a comic book because I had joined the military when I had this idea, like that was 2010, I think. And then it slowly turned into now I want it to be an anime.
My friend Espa and I, we formed a comic book back when like we were kids, and throughout the years, like we kept like adding and like growing the universe more and more because it originally started. It's funny. It originally started from us just like playing make believe in the backyard, and we're like, like I'm this character and I got this power, and I'm this character I got this power, and it's like, oh, like okay, well, what if this? What if that? And like, it's just like so basically what it was is just the kind of typical story of meteor crashes on the planet, 2 kids touch it, they gain powers. He gained the ability to control this spectrum of light, and he could like weaponize it and stuff, and I gained the control to do darkness. And at first, like, we were like side by side heroes fighting crime. And then over time that darkness started to like become more apparent and started to like creep into my personality more, and I became more aggressive with crime fighting. And like he started to kind of like he was to like kind of like talk me down, of like not down but like try to bring me back to reality of like, hey, like you're hurting these people pretty bad, like blah blah blah. And then I take it upon myself to pull a like Raphael from Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles and just go solo. And it leads down like this whole thing of then now I'm this dark vigilante, blah blah blah, and it was just really, it just like went down this whole thing, and then we came up with the idea that the powers we had were actually stemmed from eternal beings from a different universe, that whose father, which we called him the Overseer, decided to send them away because sorry if this is like a whole rant, but it's just like popping in my head of like, so the father was the Overseer, and there was a civil war amongst his sons for the throne. The light side was defending his father, the Overseer, to make sure he wasn't overthrown, but dark side was like wanting to overthrow him because he thought he was incompetent. And the Overseer was like, look, I don't want any fighting, blah blah blah, because he's a pacifist. So he decided to send them away, and their powers just like their essence was trapped within the meteorite, and it just so happened to crash on Earth. And yeah, but yeah, we kept expanding it more and more, so much to the point where it's like our own.
You gotta write it down.
MCU. Oh, it's in my phone.
Yeah, because then what you can do is you can obviously, again, you can adapt that into like your own little fun thing with AI.
Ooh,
you can turn it into a real thing with AI.
Yeah,
like don't let that creativity die.
Yeah, like I even have the descriptions of like what they look like still, and like their power sets. What is it? You want more? Or are you just tired now?
Yeah, you want to keep that for show. For sure.
Yeah,
I'm telling you, there's going to be a time for that creativity very soon.
Yeah.
I used
to be in the studio and just like talking about it, because I had another friend who really was getting into comics as well, and so we just kind of like bounced ideas off each other. And the reason why he's no longer a friend is some other stuff, but also we didn't talk for a few months, and then like we started kicking it again. And I asked him, I was like, hey, like, how's your stories going? Blah, blah, blah. And he's like, oh, yeah, like, and he started, like, naming this stuff. And I was like, this seems really familiar. And I was like, well, that sounds a lot like my story. He's like, yeah, I blended our universes. I was like, oh. Like, no.
Ask about that, homie.
Yeah, I was like, And he's like, it just makes more sense, because basically what it was is that he had a hard time building a universe. So he thought it'd be easier for, instead of him just building a whole universe on his own, that he just went up and took it upon himself to join his characters in me and Espen's universe that we spent 8 years building.
Yeah.
And I was like, no, that's kind of weird. And like he had the stuff,
origins and stuff too.
Yeah, and like he had the stuff written down, and he like had certain like interactions between his characters and my characters, and like how that would change certain people's overall origin stories and blah blah blah. And I was like, that doesn't fit my universe at all. And then he went through Fiverr to get designs for some of the characters, and I was like, yeah, no, like, you're overstepping.
You gotta content lock this stuff, man.
Yeah.
That's why I keep all of my stuff saved in my phone.
Yeah. Now I know how Stan Lee felt. It was like, that's not Deathstroke, that's Deadpool.
It do be like that though. Like when people hear something good and they're like, "Oh yeah, I'm gonna take that, sure."
Yeah.
And like obviously there's like some level of like, "Oh, I appreciate it," but there's a bigger level of like, "Come on now, why you doing me
Yeah.
like that?"
Like, it would be different if he was like, if he reached out to me and was like, hey, like, it would make a lot more sense if this character was this strong because they got training from this character in your universe. So, like, would you mind if there was like some kind of crossover there? Like, that'd be different. But to approach me and then just like lay out your game plan for your comics and then it just be like, oh yeah, and by the way, like we're merging. Like, oh, sorry, I didn't get
It's
that
a
memo.
merger. It's like a gender reveal, and it's like, "It's a merger." What? Where did this happen? No, I get that. I've always wanted to build a universe with someone. Like my whole thing is I've always wanted to. I've wanted technology to be good enough so I could just draw like basic ideas of what I want and then type in what I want it to look like, and then boom, I get that. And we're almost to that point because I can't draw that well from like my mind, but I know what I want it to look like in my head. It's translating it to the paper that's hard for me.
Yeah.
And then so like for me, developing characters, like the look for characters, I like doing stuff where the characters aren't human because we already have so much stuff with human-based characters. It's cool to have like other humanoid-like characters, but it shows like another layer of creativity if you can make humanoid-like characters that feel human but distinctly look drastically different.
No.
So yeah, I'm waiting for technology to get right there, and then hopefully, you know, I can have someone help me not only build characters, although I don't need as much help with that, but help build a world. Even though I don't think I need help with that either, because I've got a couple different comic books. I have a comic book series that I have in my phone. All I'll say is the protagonist's weakness is aluminum foil.
Oh.
Yep. I don't know why, but it's aluminum foil. Yep. I just have a whole bunch of stupid ideas, but a lot of stuff that I will be working on in the future when it becomes possible, for sure. Just because it's always cool to see your ideas come to fruition, I think.
Oh yeah. I use the app Wonder AI. I use that to kind of like get an idea of like a reference point of what I wanted the like entity's home planet to look like. And I have like about 3 different cuts of it, and I'm not too fond of like one specifically, but like there's small little details from each that I like. Oh, what's up, bud?
It's going to be a creator's paradise here pretty soon, I tell you what.
Oh yeah.
At least for people like us, I think.
Oh, yeah.
And I'm excited. I think it's going to be really cool.
I think it'd be dope to like, I don't know if you're down for this, but like I just had this idea of, so like until like we can have a steady budget to get like the comics made and stuff, like maybe do like a YouTube channel where whether it's weekly, monthly, bi-monthly, like just kind of like updating people on like where the universe is, and then just have like panels instead of like getting it animated or whatever, just like
maybe, like a manga.
Yeah, like a manga, just like, but not like play-by-play panels because that would get pricey.
Yes.
But just kind of like, all right, like just to kind of like get the setting, and then we just kind of
how they
explain.
Would put pictures in picture books, like
exactly
with a whole bunch of words, and then like every third page there'd be a picture of something.
Exactly.
Yeah. I get you.
So that way, like the universe is out there for people that are interested, and then like it'll bring people to like invest in stuff, so that eventually it could come to full comic book picture. What you looking at? Why are you looking at me like that?
I've been
Dan
seeing
has
a
a
lot
lot
of
of
stuff
stupid
like
ideas
that
sometimes.
getting done. Like RDC and them, they have an anime that's being produced, I think. Like an
Yeah.
all original anime. I see a lot of people on TikTok. Like I don't know if you know who Queen Lion is, or King Lion.
Oh yeah, I was just
But yeah,
watching his live yesterday.
so I don't follow him because he yells too much and he cusses too
Yeah.
much. But I do enjoy the fact that he's talking about comics, and
Mhm.
I love his content. He just cusses and he yells too much for me. But
Yeah.
I will still watch his stuff on occasion. But if I was following him, it would be too much. Um, but like him, I think he's making his own comic book, and it's really good. Um, and he's like a super comic book nerd, so it's gonna have probably really good deep lore, and it has really good black characters. So
Yeah.
that's probably gonna have a not an anime, but like a cartoon adaptation at some point as well, because he's like that, I think. So there's a lot of people doing that type of stuff, and yeah, I think it would be an awesome idea. I always think the easiest things to do is write how you want it to start and write how you want it to end.
Ooh, yeah.
For me, that's always the easiest. Like, because I'll start off with the type of ending that I want, like feeling wise, like how I want it to feel when it
Yeah.
ends. Do I want people to be happy? Happy about what? Do I want people to be sad? Sad about what? Do I want them to be like it could be anything.
Yeah.
You choose, and I think that's what makes it special. And you do the same thing with the beginning of the story. But again, I think the ending is the most important, so I start with the ending.
Yeah.
I make sure the ending has all of the elements, and then I leave it up to my ability to write a story to build to that ending. Because if I can write an amazing story from the beginning and the middle, and then I get stuck at the end, like, man, what do I do with all these characters that I know and love? Like, I don't know, am I supposed to kill someone off? Like what do I do? But if I already have it predetermined what's going to happen at the end, I have a clear shot in my brain anyway of multiple different ways of getting there. Because I
Yeah.
have a goal. Without a goal for me, it's like One Piece. It just keeps going and going and going, and I don't. Yeah, yeah. So yeah, I'm down. I'm down. I would love to be
Yeah.
able to do that.
I think so. Like with you saying, like you tend to have, well, you need the beginning and end figured out. I tend to. I tend to. I don't ever think of like how it's gonna end, but I think of like the start of like what the event is for the like main climax. Like how
Okay.
like in Naruto it's like the Great War, or I don't know how JJK does, but or their main climax or anything, but like basically I think of the Great War of like what I'm leading up to. But I don't have an idea of how it ends.
It's
But
really funny that you mentioned that as the thing that you think of, because when I first started doing my comic book that turned into more of an anime, my writing style turned into I need to know the ending because of the Great Ninja War, because I was like, this is what'll happen if you have something that's brilliant
yeah,
written down and you've started it as the ending, but if you don't know how it ends, that's what happens. You end up with an ending like that because you've built up this phenomenal last season. Everything in your story culminates to this point, but you didn't think ahead in the middle and be like, okay, we're in the middle. We need to figure out the ending now.
and it led to Kaguya.
And it led to Kaguya. And then I believe because we
so
got
right.
Kaguya, we then got crap for Boruto. If Kaguya never happened, we would have got phenomenal for Boruto. Boruto would have been amazing. Amazing.
Yeah, because like
Kaguya ruined
imagine
2 series.
imagine like which I mean, of course, this is just like fan theory at this point, but like imagine like uh, Naruto and Sasuke defeat Madara, and Obito never even gets a redemption arc. He just goes into hiding to get even stronger, and then it becomes Boruto's generation problem.
Yep. I would have loved that. I would have loved that.
Yeah.
I would have loved it. He would have been able to probably extend his life further because like that's what Madara technically did, and he would have been able to learn some stuff from Orochimaru as well.
Yeah, because
Like,
Obito already had Hashirama cells. That's how he
so
lived.
he would
Through
have been
the
a
crushing.
perfect villain for Boruto. He would have been perfect.
And
He would have been
he's
perfect.
and Obito's literally like during his villain arc, he's the exact opposite of Naruto. Like they had the same goals in mind, they had the same energy, like they had the same upbringing basically, and they were just polar opposites. So for that polar opposite to still be out there getting stronger, and like for them to be polar opposites, like Naruto and Obito would always have to be just at basically at the same level of strength, just on two opposite sides of the coin. So for Boruto to have to face a on par with his father type of enemy, and for him to, if he maintained the ten-tailed Jinchuriki and went into hiding, oh my gosh.
Exactly. That would have been actually. I think a nerf in power would have done better
Oh
because
yeah.
the Naruto could have brought a time of peace, and then they could have written Naruto as the loving father.
Yep.
So Boruto. Many cool ways they could have gone about Boruto for sure.
I don't know what happened. I thought my internet went out for a second because it was just like sitting here, and I like heard you talking, and then like your mic just kind of went out, and I thought maybe your controller died or something, and then I just got like kicked. Ah, yeah, yeah. Your icon was spinning for me too. They spinning. They spinning. All right, 1 second. Let me go grab a water for her real quick, and then I will be back in this conversation. All right. Brother, we made it.